Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watch One. Thanks for logging on. Today we are looking at the Blancpain 50 Fathoms Speed Command Flyback Chronograph, reference 5785B, 45mm in DLC-coated stainless steel. You can see and buy this Speed Command Flyback on our website, watchyouwant.com. And if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. This is what I want to emphasize here. The watch is comfortable even on a wrist 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference. What's going to polarize opinion is the look of the big, bad, all-black sports watch. So ergonomics will not be a challenge even on a small wrist, even perhaps a little smaller than 16 centimeters in circumference. And if you don't want the Hublot, you don't want the Rolex Deep Sea, you don't want to go offshore with Audemars Piguet, and you're not into Panerai, but you want a big sports watch, something that's classically oversized, but really, really, really uncommon and exclusive, the Blancpain 50 Fathoms Speed Command Flyback is the pick. Let's talk about the ergonomics, because I really need to make the case that this watch doesn't feel as big as it looks. 16 millimeters thick is pretty high. That's an immense amount of girth. And I gotta be honest, the watch will not play nice with any kind of short, close coupled long sleeve. Now what I mean about a short or close coupled long sleeve is a tight dress cuff. You're not going to pull that off. Even a blazer or jacket sleeve is going to be challenged here. But I will also emphasize that with a rounded case back and a 51mm lug-to-lug span, the watch is not quite as large as it reads initially. It's more a tall watch than a broad watch. 45mm across the circular portion of the case, so a diagonal across the circular portion, represents the nominal size, but I would say that in terms of the span on the wrist, it's considerably smaller than even a 42mm Royal Oak offshore. Now in terms of heft, it's got a fair amount, but it's not overbearing. And the leather strap, that's right, leather strap is remarkably comfortable. You might notice that this watch has a pattern embossed into the leather that creates a tactical, almost textile look, and that's part of the Blancpain design ethic. Something that requires a little bit of connoisseurship, not just to appreciate from a tactile sense, but from a qualitative standpoint. Now this is Byrrhenia calfskin leather, so very soft, again embossed to look like stitched textile, and on the bottom, more outstanding detail because fully rubberized. It's not just soft on the skin, but it also isolates sweat and moisture from the leather and ensures superior longevity for the leather strap itself. Now a simple but nicely made pin buckle ensures easy fitting for this sports watch for those of you active lifestylers who are likely to get a little bit sweaty, see your wrists swell, or perhaps contract if you're outdoors during extreme weather. It is, however, the case and the bezel that makes a 50 Fathoms, especially since 2007 with the debut of the 45mm case. The gorgeous sapphire, convex sapphire capped bezel is what defines the look of this watch because it extends the luster of the crystal at center in a way that makes it read even larger than it is. And that's one of the reasons this watch appears so imposing on the wrist. Not just big, but rich. There is a sort of magnification effect that makes all of the underlying numerals and indices play larger than they are. This example is a little bit unique because the Speed Command is an automotive sports themed variant of the 50 Fathoms Air Command. So you actually have the unique bidirectional rotating bezel of that model. Although it does have firm detents, the better to not be displaced accidentally, the ability to move it forward or backward is a little bit more versatile and more convenient for those who are going to be timing things at ground level and not depending on it as a dive timer. Now you can see the dial, likewise, is all blacked out. The watch, because of its use of luminova globally, is actually a little bit easier to see in low or no light than in broad daylight, but that monolithic look is what defines the charisma of the watch, so we can gladly accept the trade-off. Now you'll see that the beautiful sapphire bezel actually transitions to the carbon fiber dial by means of a faint blackened chapter ring bearing a tachometer scale. So just as the case has almost a dished sort of reverse tumble home or bowl shape to it, so too does the dial itself, terminating on an automotive motorsports themed carbon fiber dial with hand applied Arabic numerals. This is definitely an upscale look. Now it uses the rare red variant of superluminova, but it ensures good legibility of the hour and minute thanks to broad red loomed trapeze hands. Now you do have the date complication at 6 o'clock for convenience, and another complication that sets this one apart from the conventional 50 Fathoms chrono, and that is a flyback. Yes, it features a flyback complication courtesy of an automatic winding Blancpain caliber F185. Descended from the Frédéric Piguet vertical clutch column wheel chronograph movements, fully integrated at 5.5 millimeters thick, this is an automatic winding vertical clutch column wheel chronograph with flyback and date that's actually thinner than a standard Rolex 3135 movement. Thin, fine, it's also beautiful. And you can see the valet de jeu finishing standard executed by Blancpain's movement partner Frédéric Piguet. I want to call attention to the gorgeous engine turning or the perlage pattern on the winding rotor bridge. I want to show you the contrasting Côte de Genève on the balance cock itself. There's beautiful brushing finish on all of the wheels, and the screws are beautifully polished. So not only do you get a high standard, but you get variety and contrast. Now this movement features 308 parts and 37 joules, automatic winding with a 21,600 vibration per hour rate. It's thin, it's fine, it's immensely complicated, and it'll run for 40 hours autonomy in between complete windings. So if you're going to wear this watch as your only watch, you're going to be good to go. Basically set it, forget it, pick it up and enjoy it daily. This is a great combination of almost avant-garde design audacity and modernity with the classical elements of the 1950s 50 Fathoms classic, but also the luxury finish that you expect of contemporary Blancpain. There's really nothing to object to about this watch. If you're into the big black watch style, if big is better, this is as good as it gets. This watch is like nothing in the Rolex catalog. It's like nothing in the Breitling catalog. You really have to go to the ultra haute de gamme to find anything with the level of fit, finish, and overall materials quality. And then once you get to the Patek Philippe, the Vacheron Constantin, the Audemars Piguet even, you're going to find very little that's a direct equivalent of this 50 Fathoms Speed Command flyback. You can see it, and if you like, you can take it home on our website, watchyouwant.com.